People talk about ways to increase their income or to increase their salary. But here's the thing, if you are increasing your income, it doesn't necessarily mean you are saving money, and especially when it comes to saving money on really large purchases. In today's video, you're going to find out why paying attention to your credit score is one of the most important numbers you can pay attention to. I am Tiffany Thomas with WealthyTiffany.com, and I achieved financial freedom at age 38. And one of the key factors that helped me achieve financial freedom at such a young age was having a really high credit score. So if you are wanting to achieve financial freedom at a young age as well, hit that like button and hit the subscribe button, and we are going to dive right in. We are going to talk about what a credit score is and how it works, and why it is important, the benefits of having a high credit score. A credit score is a number between 300 and 850 that depicts a consumer's credit worthiness. The higher the score, the better a borrower looks to potential lenders. A credit score is based on credit history, number of open accounts, total levels of debt, repayment history, and other factors. Lenders use credit scores to evaluate the probability that an individual will repay loans in a timely manner. A credit score essentially determines whether or not you get loans and the interest rate you get for that loan. As you can see on this chart, excellent credit scores are from 800 to 850. Very good credit scores are 740 to 799. Good credit scores are from 670 to 739. Fair credit scores are 580 to 669. And then poor credit scores, the very bottom, is 300 to 579. You want to try to grow your credit score to over the 800 mark so that you can have excellent credit. And if you don't know what your credit score is currently, I personally use a free website, a free app. It's called Credit Karma, and it will show you your 2 different credit scores. And it will also show you ways to improve those credit scores, and it gives you a breakdown of what's included in your credit scores. So if you are interested in that, I will leave my referral link below in the description. You can click on that to set up a free account with Credit Karma, and no, it does not affect your credit score at all. Comment below and say, I know my credit score, if you do know your credit score, or I'm going to find out my credit score if you aren't sure what your credit score is right now. In your life, there are going to be a number of different things that require a credit score. For example, if you want to rent a home or an apartment, they are going to run a background check and a credit check on you. The higher your credit score, the more likely you're going to be approved to rent the home or the apartment. Also, if you want to open up a credit card, they are going to check your credit score. Or if you don't want to rent a home or an apartment and you want to purchase a home, they are for sure going to run a credit check. Also, when you are looking at buying a car or even getting auto insurance or home insurance, all of those things require a credit check. Some employers will even want to check your credit score. And even if you are trying to set up utilities for that new apartment that you are renting, sometimes they will run a credit check, and if your credit score is not high enough, then they are going to charge you a security deposit. And in certain circumstances, there may be government agencies that want to run a credit check on you as well. So there are a number of different things that involve a credit score. Just to give you a few examples, if you have a higher credit score, you will definitely pay less for any type of loan that you are going to get. Someone with a FICO credit score in the 620 range would pay $65,000 more on a $200,000 mortgage than someone with a score of over 760. And on a 5-year, $30,000 auto loan, the borrower with lower scores would end up paying $5,100 more. A 15-year home equity loan of $50,000 would cost a low scorer $22,500 more than someone with high scores. Those are huge amounts, so you can see why it is so important to pay attention to your credit score and try to build that as high as possible. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, even if you're trying to increase your salary, which is a great thing to do, you can still save a lot of money if you are increasing your credit score along the way. The lifetime cost of higher interest rates from bad or mediocre credit can exceed 6 figures. That is a ton of money. I would rather put that money somewhere else besides paying interest. Your credit score will fluctuate over time, for sure. It depends on how much debt you have, if you're making your payments on time, and other factors. And I know a lot of people don't have credit because they haven't been approved for a loan or a credit card. One way that you can start to build up your credit is by getting a secured credit card. It gives you a line of credit that you can use, but you deposit a certain amount of money, so the money is actually there. But that will help to get your credit score going. When you do have a higher credit score, you're able to get approved for credit cards that have really good benefits. For example, when I was finishing my basement, I had a credit card at the time that offered me 0% interest for, I think it was 12 months. So I ended up putting part of that amount that I was paying to finish my basement on my credit card, and I had extra time to pay that off without accruing any interest. There are little benefits like that when you have good credit that you can take advantage of. You can also increase your credit score with good habits, like paying bills on time, regularly using credit cards, but you do not have to pay any interest on your credit cards. I know a lot of people who have said that or thought that, but it is not true. I've never paid interest on any of my credit cards, and my credit score is over 800. So you definitely do not have to pay interest. You can pay that balance off in full every month. And to give you an example, I have a friend who started using his credit cards again. He had credit card debt before, but when he started using them again, he decided that every time he would make a transaction, make a purchase with his credit card, he would immediately transfer money from his checking and pay that purchase amount on his credit card. So he was paying that off in full, but he wasn't doing it just once a month. He was doing it every time he made a transaction. But that is still helping to increase his credit score, and it makes sure that he has the money to pay off his credit cards in full. Comment below and say making sense if this is making sense to you. And of course, you want to keep those good habits that you have started. For one skipped payment, it can knock your credit score 100 points. So I would definitely recommend doing auto payments for your credit cards. Make sure you are paying all of your bills on time. That includes any medical bills that you might have. If anything goes to collections, that will hurt your credit score drastically. Another reason that I like to monitor my credit score is because if there is identity theft, then I want to know about it immediately and take care of it as soon as possible, because that will also affect your credit score. And if you are building your credit over time, then make sure and take advantage of that. If you got auto insurance when you had a lower credit score, make sure and go back to that auto insurance company and have them rerun your credit when you know you have a higher credit score so that you can get a lower rate. You can also look at refinancing an auto loan or even a mortgage loan when your credit score is higher. With all of the money that you will be saving by having a higher credit score, you can make progress on your financial goals. You can invest more money to become financially free even sooner, or work on investing more in your retirement accounts, or even building up an emergency fund, whatever your financial goals are. A good credit score will help you reach those even sooner. And if you want to know other ways to increase your credit score, I did create another video for you. I will leave a link above and below. You can check that out later on. Comment below and tell me if you are going to try to increase your credit score. And if you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and share it with someone else who needs to understand the importance of credit scores. And hit the subscribe button to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hit the little bell to get notified on when I post new videos. And check out these videos over on the side of the screen. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.